Patrick, guess what came in the mail today?
Oh, what?
This.
Stick it in!
Damn, why was I smoking a blunt? And then my grandma seeing it, my mom and dad sharing it on fucking Facebook.
Yeah, I think we all have those moments where we learn a little bit about ourselves when that shit happens.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what, maybe just half of the interview.
Because I used to roll with a lot of people that smoke and drink, obviously, before they perform even. And I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, if you want to do that, that's fine. Like, I don't recommend it at all. Just because, like, I'm more of, like, when I get on stage, I want to perform.
Yeah.
I don't want to just stand there and just be like, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
U-G-L-Y, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly, you ugly, you ugly, bitch. U-G-L-Y, you ain't got no alibi.
You know what time it is. Welcome back, Raw Nation, to another installment of Raw View. Get a better insight of these king and queens behind the scene. I'm your host, Cheno Royal, baby. I'm here with, what's your name, sir?
My name is Rico Finesse.
Mr. Rico Finesse, how you feeling today, bro?
What's up, bro?
Man, long time no see, man.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
Where you been at, man? Being a superstar out here, bro? I only see you on, like, the high-rated viral videos nowadays, bro. What's going on with you?
But no, I've been around, though. Been making music, doing a couple shows here and there.
Okay. How was your day, though? Day been good, too?
It's a productive day, you know. Same day as usual days, but I got a little sleep today, so that's good.
Hey.
Middle of the day.
I love to hear that, man.
A little nap, you know?
Because I be seeing some people that look like they just need a lot of sleep.
Yeah, that's what you gotta get your sleep in, bro. Because if you don't, you know.
Shout out my dog Wheezy. Like, we just did him yesterday, but like that man he need like an Ambien or something. That boy need to sleep at least a couple days, bro. Like he be 100, 200 miles an hour, bro. But hey, go ahead for the fans at home. Elaborate on who Rico actually is.
I'm an artist first and foremost. I'm a writer. I'm a performer. I'm a music artist. I got a clothing brand I'm gonna start up. That's what I was forgetting. I said I was forgetting something.
I know.
But nah, yeah, I got a clothing brand. I'm finna start doing a lot of different stuff. So really, I'm just an artist from Fort Wayne.
Okay. Do you got any of that clothes around that you can show a little bit or like what's up?
Yeah, got them in the car.
Man, you got people like looking at me at the camera. It's like, bro, like where that? Like where that?
I'm gonna run and get it real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, show that off real quick. We'll be right back after these messages. As a model that has seen a lot of other designer brands and like clothing brands, you need to just take those to shows, bro.
Yeah, no,
let people
for sure.
model those for real.
They gonna
hard
go to
though.
shows for sure.
If y'all didn't see them, bro.
You gotta show them to the shot. Having them on the table isn't really...
Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? It's crazy. Ain't doing them justice. Ain't doing them justice at all.
Yeah, so this is my Rich Finesse shirt, man. This is really the official debut of them because I haven't announced them on social media yet. So
ooh, popping off on the show. Let's go.
Pop out at the shows. Just hit me on social media. You want one of these? Check me out. That's the start. So.
Okay. Well, let's get in that DeLorean real quick. We're gonna go back in time. You feel me? You ready?
Sir.
We're gonna shift that gear a little bit. Are you comfortable?
Yeah, no, I'm
comfortable?
good. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, no.
All right.
Looking for the blunt. It was right here, but I think.
Okay. Oh no! Oh no!
I shouldn't have put it.
It's gone, bro.
Yeah, no, it's probably in the crib.
All right, so how did all this start off with you? Like, did you just come out the womb just like being all melodic like that, and just like, hey baby, what's going? Like, how'd you get into music?
So I say right. I was probably in middle school, like 12 or 13, and then I just used to listen to music all the time and want to make music, and then I just started writing one day. And it's like I was in 6th grade probably, and I just started writing, and then wrote my first verse, and next thing you know, I just started just writing every day and just started getting into it, and then my friend was getting into it, so we both was making music together, and then that's just really how it started. But I didn't really do melodic raps at first. I was just rapping like a regular, not even boom bap, but just more, well, a lot of boom bap actually, but it was just more rappity rap type, lyrical stuff. And then I say later on, probably my senior year of high school, I started listening to a lot more melodic music, and it started influencing me a lot more. And then I just started to like to sing, and then next thing you know, it was really around the time I met Tom, 260 Productions. Shout out 260 Productions. That's where we at right now.
Shout out.
Yeah. I started doing like just experimenting with more type of sounds like that, and then I got on some good auto tune for the first time. Like, damn, this kind of sound good. Next thing you know, I just started making the music that I just had fun making.
Has it always like hit for you like a little bit more differently than the boom bap style of like writing and stuff? Like, do you just feel more connected in what you're doing now?
I say it's more, yeah, I can express myself better. I express myself more. When I write in general, though, it's more like it's just coming out of me, and I'm expressing myself through that, and it's more subconscious than anything else. But when I'm writing melodic music, singing music, it's just a lot easier for that to flow. So you know how you write, and then you get into that creative flow of energy where you just write, and you can just pour everything out. And a lot of times you don't really know where that's coming from. You just coming out of you.
Right.
And so when I'm writing melodic music, it's more like that, where I can just express myself a lot better.
Has the influences on you been almost identical to when you started, or like have you like found yourself like finding new influences as you grow your craft?
I say I find myself finding new influences and just getting new type of music all the time and listening to it, and it influencing me in different ways. Because before, I used to make the style of music I used to always listen to, but even when I was still listening to like the type of music that's just not a lot of melodic artists, but I'm just kind of going back and forth where I listen to like maybe 2 or 3 melodic artists I really fuck with, but I listen to majority of like other artists that don't make music anywhere near the type of music I make, where that's usually how I go a lot of time. But I don't know, I still be influenced by even like Joey Badass, been my favorite rapper since I was like 14, 15. And I'm still being influenced by him, and he don't make no melodic music like that. So
Right. So we're just talking about feeling more connected, like with the raps, and like how like it pertaining to just you doing something because you feel more connected to it, rather than doing something because maybe stuff's popping off like that. Maybe you're seeing more trendy vibes in this direction, but you don't feel as deeply connected to it.
Yeah, that's how it was when a couple waves passed, a couple trends passed through like hip hop, like when the punk pop like phase kind of popped off. I was feeling it, and I made a couple songs like that, but it just wasn't. I wasn't in touch with it like I needed to be. I wasn't really there like I wanted to be, like in tune with it like I am with the normal music I make. Or when like hyper pop came around, I really liked the music and listening to it. But when it came to creating, I'm like, this ain't me, man. I'm not finna just try to force myself to make this, even though I do like the sound. And there's another sound more recent that was like that too. I can't think of right now that I did the same thing with, where I touched it and I dabbled in a little bit, and I was like, nah, I'm cool off that.
What's one of your craziest stories, like when it comes to just tracks?
My craziest stories. When it comes like recording a song or whatever.
It could be that. It could be writing. It could be maybe like something popped off in the booth. Maybe Tom was getting a little feisty with you, and you
Tom,
just
you got
like...
something? Tom got stories. No, Tom got plenty.
That time you thought water was mediocre as hell.
I guess, yeah. That's a good one. Because it's so many times where it happened where I'll be recording in the studio, and then I have some of my notes where I don't know, I'm just writing in it. Tom kind of gauge a lot of times, but like, I will just record it, write it, whatever. But this time I'm recording a song, and I had the hook, and it's like, drowning in that water. It's a regular hook, and it was just something I had just put down there just as a placeholder for the hook. And I was like, it sound cool, but I don't know if it's gonna be the hook. As soon as I put it on the mic, Tom's like, dog, bro, this is so good. I'm like, this little hook? It's like, bro, this is the best part of the song, bro. Hands down. Like, he's geeked over this shit. And I'm like, all right, maybe
I don't even care about the verse. This hook, though.
Yeah, Tom, that's his, yeah. So, and a lot of times it happened like that, where I'm in the studio, I'm recording something, and it'll be one line, and Tom been chilling the whole time, hitting the space bar, doing this thing. And then he hear that, and he be like, dog, to jump out of his seat there, because it's so,
I'm dead.
Because it's like he feeling that part, and then that's how I be knowing what's. I mean, when you're an artist and you writing and shit, you kind of know what's gonna be the good parts and the bad parts anyway.
Yeah,
I'm sure you do. But like, when you got somebody outside of you that's kind of a different gauge, and they telling you, hey, this is the good part of the song. This is the part that people gonna listen to. This part, change this to the hook, and don't and take this out the verse, put it in the hook, scrap the hook. Like, you ain't gonna be able to tell yourself that. But Tom, if he, I ain't still gonna say if he fuck with you enough, but if you open enough to like listening to feedback from somebody who not gonna care about your feelings, then that's kind of what it's gonna happen, because you kind of making music like that where you kind of, if it's something that you can judge it. But if something from an outside source, like, that's really the best kind of feedback you gonna get.
I'm glad we're going in that direction because speaking of the legend himself, like how would you say he's kind of pushed you or influenced you to better your craft? Like I know you could probably talk for days about this. How long we got, man. But go ahead, give like a couple like instances.
All right, so I just do a little quick timeline. So I met Tom back in 2020, and I was recording whatever music. I was dropping this EP called The Chase on a whole different artist name that nobody's gonna listen to because it's not gonna be found. But back then I was recording it, and then I don't know, Tom, like me and Tom wasn't that close, so we was just recording, and I would just get the little rough mix and drop it.
Damn, not the rough.
Yeah, not even knowing that you could master the song and whatever. So I'm just dropping the little rough mixes, and then next thing you know, Tom found out like, bro, you dropped this? I'm like, yeah. He's like, it's not even mastered. I'm like, what do you mean? And then like he like, bro, you dropped the rough mix, and then basically over time it's been more of that, more of the same of that, where I'm learning, and then he like, bro, this is kind of better to do. And then I'm just, getting better with my craft that way, and he getting better with his, because he was doing it way longer than before he met me. But at the same time, like, we done grew together a lot since I met him, and he done grew in his craft and his everything he doing and got going on. And what was the question again, bro? I think I didn't answer it, bro. I don't think I answered the question.
No, you've been answering it. I was basically asking you, like, how about this? Give an instance of, like, you knowing now, what you know now. Like, how have you improved since you've been with him? Okay,
yeah. In one way, I'll say I've really improved is just cutting the fat out of the music.
Yeah.
Because I'll be recording and I'll have a song written or whatever, and it might be a good song, but there's certain parts that's just kind of unnecessary to put in songs sometimes because you're not really saying anything, you're not really putting anything new. It's not really adding nothing to the song. And sometimes I'll be recording and like I'll just be, going through the motions, whatever, recording, and Tom like, nah, bro, this is cool, but like, what is it really adding to the song? What is it really doing for the song? Mm-hmm. And then you kind of, he didn't show me a lot with that, with cutting the fat out of the songs and making it so, like, structure is this is a really good example, structure. So when I first started making music and recording music here, whatever, and just start working with Tom, I used to just go through the normal song structure, hook, verse, hook, verse, hook. Mm-hmm. And that's like the regular standard song structure. And then over time, he's been kind of trying to get me to lean towards like, bro, start with either an intro verse or like start with no hook and just go to an intro verse or go to a quick 8 and then the hook, or 16 pre-hook, hook, verse, hook, or just a different structure than the normal standard structure. Yeah, it's boring because people listen to music.
Everything's the same now, bro.
And the hook is cool to hear, but not the same standard structure that's on every single song that people are gonna get tired of listening to. And then it just makes it a lot more interesting when you got something that can grab people's attention that's not the hook initially, and then it leads into the hook. And if you listen to a lot of popular songs, that's what it is. The hook don't be coming first most of the time. Mm-hmm. And so he really showed me a lot with that, where it's like, and now I'm kind of coming around where it's like, I don't want no hooks at the beginning of none of my songs, because I'm starting to listen to it myself, where I listen to my own song, like, damn, this is getting kind of samey. I don't know. It's something about this song that I don't like. And then I realized it's because of the structure of the song. If I took the first hook off and added a little pre-hook, and then it's a perfect song after that almost.
Do you have a specific track so far since like you've been with Tom that's jumped off to you that now is like your baby, like you just always go back to it?
I got a couple. Yeah, it's one called Isolation. That one, me and him worked on hours and hours of Soul Purpose and Water, of course. And those, it's plenty, but those three are really like something that I always listen to like all the time, because yeah, it took a lot of effort putting into it, but then Tom put so much care into the mix, into the master, into the vocals, into making everything perfect to where like it's just a good song regardless. Mm-hmm. So, and we spent hours, like 5-6 hours recording. He spent another 6 or 7, probably about 6 or 7 hours. A lot of times just mastering the songs, just mixing and mastering the song. So, right. Yeah, those 3 songs for sure.
So since the year's coming to a close, 2025 is right around the corner. Do you have any plans for the rest of finishing off this year, or like are you just planning for 2025?
I got a couple songs I'm gonna drop this year, at least one, and I've been thinking a lot, and I think I decided it like yesterday, a couple days ago, that because I got a project I dropped in 2022 called Heavy Heart. and I'm gonna drop the sequel, the second one to that, Heavy Heart 2,
Right.
early next year. I want to say this year, but when you're an artist, you know how that go. I'm not gonna drop it this year. It's gonna be. It's
you never know.
You got recordings, you got mixes, you got features and all that. So.
What's something looking forward to next year that it might be an ideal right now, but you could see yourself doing?
I've been thinking about hosting, like doing little events where like I'm a host and talking, get better on the mic so I can get more comfortable in general, just having a mic in my hand and just doing more of just being an artist and just being a musician and getting into more stuff in the public, because I don't be popping out like that. And you know how people be saying, oh yeah, you gotta get out there and start networking, and I think that's cool to an extent. So I think next year, a lot of what I'm gonna be doing is just networking and being at more public events, trying to do more things with the community.
Yeah, you can never get too good at just communicating. I'm learning that every time. I'm learning that every day, every week, every month. But just the ways that I just am finding through like doing different interviews with like everybody is like, obviously everybody's got their own voice, everybody's got their own process, and just, I've just noticed how far you came, just from like how you like just push like yourself, and like whether it's the videos, like I said, people might think I was gassing it a little bit when I was talking about like your viral videos and stuff, but like low key, like it's not really, because like I view it as like you're damn near a superstar to me. Like I'm looking at you right now, I'm seeing like how you move and how you're holding yourself and how you're taking it serious, and even just talking about what you're learning from Tom, man, like that's something that's very huge. Like sure. People don't really like move with being humble at all. Like people think that like they're gonna know it all until they learn that they really don't. And sure. The best medicine you can always have is like going into something and like actually figuring out, hey, maybe I don't know it all. Hey, maybe they know something that I could possibly learn. And I was just talking about with Wheezy the other day, is that a lot of people also go into something wanting something in return. And that's not how every situation works, bro. Sometimes you just show up and that's what you get out of it. Literally. You're not going to get money. You just got to take the time. And time is more valuable than money, in my opinion, because you're never going to get that back, but I can go make another $1 tomorrow. So keep that in mind. But I appreciate you for sliding on out, or me sliding on out. Hey, my bad. Shout out Tom again.
Shout out Tom, man. Tucson Soul Productions, man.
But, hey, before we get into the last question, though, what's something, I know you're young, I'm young. What's something that you would tell somebody that is like anxious to get in the game? A quick little step that would be a good first step for them.
So I had a family member's funeral recently, and I seen a lot of like little cousins that I ain't never met before.
Yeah.
And so one of them, he's starting off in music. He's trying to get some tips and all that. So I just had this conversation a couple weeks ago. And so I would say for artists, anybody coming up trying to get into the scene or just get into music in general, I would say focus on just writing and focus on your own music, man. Focus on only you and you only, and don't think about nobody around you, nobody else's music around you, no other artists in the city. Don't compete with nobody else. Just compete with yourself, and then just focus on getting better with your music every single day, and just better with your whole craft and process. And if you only paying attention to yourself and doing everything for yourself, and just locking in with an engineer like Tom, you know what I'm saying? Just locking in with one engineer, or maybe even one producer. If you mess with somebody that's an engineer producer like that, just like want to make all your beats and want to spend a lot of time on you, then like either way, engineer, producer, lock in with somebody, start making your own music, and just start getting better with that music, and only like focusing on yourself, I would say. Because I think a lot of artists go wrong where they just see other artists around them, or even just bigger artists, national, huge artists, they try to compare themselves to, and you'll never add up to like somebody else in general, no matter what you're doing or what they're doing. Like you're never going to get nowhere unless you actually looking at yourself and your own music and just getting better with your craft, personally.
I think they get caught up driving in the rear view. They're always like looking what's going on in the rear view rather than what's actually in the windshield. So a lot of people crash.
Yeah, literally, that's a good analogy for real, because it's not even just with that. It's like the rear view thing. It's like looking at the past in general, just being so focused on what happened before or what's happening in the future, because you kind of like get in this same where you, like I was just telling somebody else, I forgot who I was talking to, but I was like, just drop music. Like, don't focus on the cover. Don't focus on the process. Don't focus on anything but dropping music. Get a good mix out. Get a good mix done, like a good master or whatever, and then get a decent cover and then drop it. Because I sat on songs for 2 years, 2.5, 3 years, because I'm like, I gotta get this done. I gotta get that done. I gotta get a good promo, whatever. Everything done, and that's never gonna be. You're never gonna get that perfect before you drop the song, and you're just gonna be sitting on the song forever. You gotta just drop the music and then worry about everything else after. Cause yeah, you don't got money for promo, but you ain't gonna have money for promo. Cover. Yeah, like it's a cover. Yeah, it is what it is. So just drop the music and focus on promo later. At least the song's out, and then you have the chance to promo. Because if you promoing, and I learned this from Tom. Shout out to Cheno Productions.
Oh my lord! Shout out Tom.
Yeah, man,
we need a Tom counter right below.
Tom, for real,
how many shout outs we got for Tom?
This is what I learned, man. This is what I learned, man.
About you. That song is done, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about when I said that. Well, before I say that, I'm gonna say what I learned from Tom first, because it was shit. Oh yeah, before you, when people scrolling on their feed and you promote music like, oh, this dropping in a week, this dropping in 2 weeks, and you're like a artist that's not like a national huge artist that everybody just waiting to drop music from, people gonna see that and be like, oh, that's cool, he dropping music in a week. But they not finna save it and be ready to listen to it when you know, they just gonna forget about it on their feed because they just scrolling down their feed. You know, so that's what I kind of learned. It's like, you can promo before you drop music, but it's not gonna be that impactful. You're not getting streams from the pre-release promo.
You preaching.
You
Yeah.
know, that's this Tom word, man.
That's Tom. Tom's preaching.
Yeah, but still though, that's
what is that,
real
like
work,
70 counts of promo for Tom or something like that?
It's a lot of game. But that's one thing I will say. But about you, that's a good story, because that song was like probably the best commercial sounding, but just in general, when it comes to just pleasing aesthetically to your ears in general, the best song I made ever. And when I recorded that, it was in 2022, probably January, February 2022. And it's 2024 now. It's October. I just dropped it last month. And it was 2.5 years of not dropping the best song I ever made. And I was performing it.
Right.
And every time I perform it, people singing the hook. Like the second time the hook came around, people singing it. They never heard it before. And they, oh, bro, what's that song called? Oh, that's a good song. Is it out yet? And it's never out. And then, like, I'm performing all throughout 2022, 2023, the same song. And people still asking if it's out. That's still their favorite song of mine, and it's not even out. Yeah. So it's like streams and just support and just all of that I'm missing out on, because I'm hesitant on this, having the rollout right, having a girl for the cover, having a whatever I need to get done, and it's not getting done. And then, like, this year I had a performance, and it really just fucked me up, because I had a performance this year, and I'm singing the song About You, and I sing the hook, and this girl in the crowd starts singing. As soon as I start singing the hook, she starts singing it, and instantly I knew she had been to a show before. So after the show, she came up to me, she was like, hey, did you drop, like, she basically came up and showed me a video of me performing it in 2022 at a whole different place. And I was like, damn, like, that made me feel so crazy, because this girl remembered this song and then found the video, and then she can't even go listen to the song, and she heard it first time 2 years ago. Like, what am I doing? You know,
said, nah, baby, I gotta perfect my craft. It's gotta take a little bit long.
Literally, and at that point, it hadn't been out yet still, bro. So, like, and then I dropped it the next month. So I'm like, goddamn, what am I doing, bro? So
I'm dead.
Yeah, that'd be the moments as an artist, you look at yourself in the mirror and just be disappointed, bro, because you like, man,
for real,
you're sitting on a gold mine and you don't even know it, bro.
For real. But like I said, man, hey, I appreciate the love, I appreciate the stories, the laughs and everything. But I only got one more question before I get up out of here.
Oh yeah.
Where do you see all this stuff going for you in the next year, 5 years? Like, what's the overall end game of what you got going on?
I like this question. Because I think a lot of people, you know how you're supposed to, like, live how you see yourself being and be that person?
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of what I'm trying to get to. But I see myself in the future getting to the point where I'm successfully operating, like, businesses like the clothing or even other ventures I'm gonna do, and I want to throw shows, and I want to just be more than just an artist. And I think that's the way out. That's the ticket out. It's not, oh yeah, I'm waiting for this song to blow up and go viral, and then I'm gonna just blow up as an artist. I mean, that can happen for sure, and it's a possibility. But I think as any artist, you should be looking into like just being more than just an artist, because that's really what's gonna get you to be your own person, your own entity.
Yeah.
And so I see myself in the future doing more of that, and just getting my whole brand up as a person, and just
bro,
leveling everything up.
Yeah.
And see, these shirts, I haven't announced them yet, but here I announced them.
Y'all don't see them, bro. They dope as hell, bro.
But we got a lot. I got a lot of designs already ready. That's not even printed. A lot of different.
What is that? Your face right there?
Nah, that's Ben Franklin.
Oh, that's Ben Franklin.
I got the idea. Somebody told me I should have put my face there, and then I was like, damn, that was a good idea.
I don't know, man. Like your face right there with the eyes poking out. But hey, Ben Frankie looking at you though, so that's all that matters.
Maybe that's for the next one, but yeah, that's where I see the future going for real.
Definitely, bro. Definitely keep going. You know, got to give you flowers, like I said. You know, out here, I've seen the growth. I've seen what you're trying to do, and you know, definitely a strong staple right now. I see you like standing on what you believe, and that's all that matters to me, at least. Sure. You know, not too many people standing on what they actually believe and like how they really want to go. Like we're talking about, you're one of the like handful of people that I see actually looking forward and actually looking through the actual you know, windshield, focusing on the future, not what's behind them, staying in your lane, carving your own lane, and that's all that matters, man, at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, bro.
But like I said, man, it's all love. Appreciate you.
Yes,
go ahead, shout out any place we can find you, because we definitely need to find you, sir.
Shit, you can find me on really everything at Rico Finesse, man. Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, man. Apple Music, Spotify. Check me out, man. Check Cheno on his YouTube, man. Because hey, man, this is what we need to be doing more of. Like, he's not just an artist, man. He do videos. He do commentary. He do interviews. Like, this is what we need out of Fort Wayne, man. We can be artists too. We can be artists, but we got to be more than that.
Show love at the end of the day, man. There's not enough love in the city.
Facts, man.
Crazy.
Facts.
Shout out Tom, my God. What is this, like the 80th one? Put 80 down there. 80 counter for Tom shout outs, Tom promos. If you ain't know, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna do a quick little Tom promo real quick. If you need to get right, come to 260 Productions. That's what it is. That's what it always will be. Shout out my man right there. But hey, y'all stay royal out there. Till next time. Peace.